Okay, this is the circuit setup for objective 1 for the midterm. I have power coming from the 3.3 volts with the red wire coming over here to the power line, and the ground I have the black wire coming over here to the ground line. So here for the LED, that's going to come from pin 8, so it's going to follow this green wire to the 220 ohm fixed resistor, which is going to come up to this LED, and it's going to come back down with the blue wire to ground. The temperature sensor, I have the left pin is going to go to the power, so I have the yellow wire going to power. The pin on the right is going to go to ground, so I have the blue wire going to the ground line. And the one in the middle is the analog read. This control is going to go, the green wire is going to come all the way over here to A0. So here's the code that I have. Here I have the integers. This turns on the pin 8 and starts the serial monitor. Here we have some float integers for voltage, degrees C and degrees F. There's some math going on here, so it looks like whatever value you get from the voltage from the temperature reading, you're going to apply that to this equation here to get your Celsius, and then you take that value, apply it to this equation, and you get your degrees in Fahrenheit. So this is the setup for the serial monitor. This is going to display the values. Here's the if statement. If the degrees in Fahrenheit is greater than 75, then the LED pin is going to turn on, and if not, the LED pin will turn off. So here in my house, it's about 73 degrees or so, roughly. So the pin is not on. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, and as the temperature rises, the light is now on. Okay, this is the circuit for objective 2 for the midterm. The only thing that I changed is I added a push button here. So the push button is going from pin 5 to the push button. I also have a 220 ohm fixed resistor coming from power to there as well, and that goes to ground. I also have an RGB LED. This is coming from pins 8, 9, and 10. Each one of those pins is coming up with the gray wire, then coming across with a 220 ohm resistors up into the LED itself, and then coming back. The third pin is the ground. That's the green wire coming back down here to the ground line. So for the code, I added a couple more integers. I had to activate some more pins as outputs, as well as a push button for an input. This is the same. This is relatively the same. I made it so that if the push button is pressed, then it will display this data. If the button's not pressed, then this button will not be displayed. As you can see right now, it's not going at all. There's nothing going. If the degrees in Fahrenheit is greater than 80 degrees, the red light will turn on. If the degrees in Fahrenheit is greater than 77 and less than 80, the RGB LED will glow yellow. And if not, if those parameters are not met, then it will just be cyan, bright blue. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this. The light should turn yellow. And then after it turns yellow, there you go, it should turn red once it hits 80 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and push the button. Right now, there's nothing being displayed, but if I push the button, it will start to show the degrees in Fahrenheit.